Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Brewing Live, all new season, episode 63 for mental preparedness in the new landscape amidst challenges of our present time. So, Brewing Live is a community service of Decaf Coffee Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. This is in partnership with Life Coach Philippines and Brew. Yan, okay. Is to brew mental fitness in your space and help nurture holistic mental health for you and the people that matters to you. So shout out to all my fellow game changers serving in this corner of the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically. So giving is a lifestyle that never goes out of style. So I encourage you to expand your hearts today by supporting the works that we do by blessing Decaf Coffee Republic with your food and beverage order. So we have delicious vegan meals and fresh guyabano for easy switch to healthy eating. And we also have, of course, sausage platter, waffles, and cakes for your favorite and classic comfort food. So what's beautiful with the vegan meals of Decaf Coffee Republic is that it is made of whole wheat and it is not made from the usual soy protein or soy powder, no, or any kinds of soy because soy is actually it feeds the myoma inside on women, no. And whole wheat, of course, has good benefits. It is high in fiber. It is a complex carb, so it makes you feel full longer, and it helps as well regulate your ano, no, the sugar. And for guyabano, of course, the guyabano is very high in its anti-cancer property. It's anti-inflammatory. So if you have like arthritis, if you have gout, if you're into spasms, yeah, guyabano works wonders, as well if you have acid reflux or any indigestion or digestion process, digestion challenges, ayan, in your body, then of course guyabano is very good for you. And if you are suffering from diabetes, or if you have diabetes, and if you want to protect yourself, no, and prevent diabetes from happening, then of course guyabano is very good because it is proven to be more effective than metformin, which is used for diabetics. Okay, so please check out our FB page for the menu of sumptuous meal and refreshing drinks, and connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to bring the Decaf Coffee Republic experience to your place. So we are open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your order on pick up and delivery. Now, for other ways to support our community works, you may now give us some stars or love gift through fund transfer. So just check in the caption of this video for bank info or GCash account. Ayan. So pa-experience po ulit ng stars. Ayan. Pahingi po ako ng stars. Ayan. So hello, Coach Mao. Hello, Coach Trisha. So if you just joined us in, of course, welcome and thank you for being here. You may circulate the link of this video to invite your friends to watch with you, and you may also tag them in the comment below and give them some shout out, encouragement, motivation, and best, just acknowledge and express gratitude. So as for me, let me give my shout out to fellow mental model collectors inside B Learning Society by Master Coach A, and a special mention, of course, to my fellow bronze badge holder. Okay, so if you are not yet a smart holder of B Learning e-card, and of course, know that you are still missing all the perks that we enjoy. So today is the best time for you to take action and join us. So connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to join the B Learning Society, which is the tent maker of B Learning Homes for mental fitness. So you get to enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic, and you get full access to Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, which happens every third Saturday of the month. Plus, of course, the benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date on September 18 at 7 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass, as Master Coach A will teach about the multiplier skills mental model mastery. So you get to discover the scary truth behind gigo or garbage in, garbage out principle in learning. Ayan. So know how consuming the wrong information can make you more ignorant, fixed-minded, assuming, overconfident, and blind followers of pseudo experts giving cheap jack advice. So you get to learn what and how you should be learning so that you can experience accelerated success with less wasted time. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661. So moving on. Very interesting ang ating topic. So moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing the power of exclusion. Ayan. So please do tag your friends, forward this video link, and invite others to join our conversation on mental preparedness. So if you have um heard of exclusion, no, and if you have like an experience of you excluding someone or you being excluded, feel free to share, or feel free to share what is your thoughts about exclusion. How do you see exclusion? Is it a negative thing? Is it a positive thing? So remember that this is a safe space. So again, I encourage to share your for you to share your feedback, your thoughts, your comments. Okay, so we get to have a good conversation. So I am Life Coach Candee Teng. I am a professional certified CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a proud scholar of Master Coach A's Tribe Speak, a 6-step to 6-figure speaking career training program. And with that, later, no, we have at 1 p.m. the ultimate coaching bootcamp for speakers. So if you want to know more about how to discover your heart's message, how to passionately ignite to ignite your passion, discover your passion. If you want to really conquer your fear of public speaking, ayan, or standing in front of the crowd. If you want to gain confidence in speaking and really in no in standing firm with what you believe in, then I encourage you, there is still time to enroll. So really enroll now. Connect with Coach Giselle to 0917-586-1661 so she can give you the details. Okay. So I look forward to having you in class, to being a classmate. Ayan. Okay, so I am also a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. And I am the founder and creator of When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable Coaching Community. And as a life coach, I help individuals to become mentally fit to heal and recover from their broken identity, broken name, and broken dream so that they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle to live responsibly. So if you are watching this on a replay, comment #replay and do send us a message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. And of course, you may find the YouTube link where you can watch the replay of all episodes of Brewing Live in the caption of this video. So please do follow and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when new learning video becomes available. Ayan. So, what are your thoughts about exclusion? Ayan. Diba? This is very interesting, and this topic is actually inspired by one of the talk of Master Coach A. I think it was in Tuesdays with Master Coach A. No, there is actually power in exclusion, but oftentimes, diba, when we talk about exclusion, automatically it's really negative for us because there is such a thing as social exclusion, and probably growing up we have experienced some form of social exclusion. But for this, we want to be able to shift your mindset and allow your mind to see a different perspective of exclusion. Okay, so exclusion as defined in the dictionary, if you look at it, no, and you look up on it, exclusion is defined as the act of leaving someone out or the act of being left out. So sino dito, no, yung mga nung bata tayo, may naglalaro, gusto mong makilaro pero ayaw ko ipasali. Ayan. So that is a case of what we call social exclusion. Feel mo na exclude ka socially. Ayan. So that is one of the ways that you can see exclusion. But for this session, I will be sharing with you another way of seeing this, because oftentimes we have formed biases no in our minds that allows us to perceive things very negatively, and we fail to see the other sides and other perspective of things. So nandun usually yung cognitive biases, the distortions, the cognitive distortions that we have. That's why mental model really works. It allows you to really get to know the mental models that you have in your mind, so you can correct the distortions that you have. Okay? So sabi ni Coach Teen, exclusion is the act of being alone by leaving others out. Ayan, di ba? Meron talaga. Feeling mo alone ka. Yan yun eh. Yan talaga yun. Pag sinabing exclude, parang automatic, alone ako, I feel alone. Ayan. It's because there is such a thing as social exclusion. And if you look into social exclusion, social exclusion refers to the experience of being socially isolated, either physically. For example, ito yung sinasabi ni Coach T na talagang alone ka physically, or emotionally. For example, when you are ignored, when you are rejected, or when someone tells you no that you are unwanted. So ito, these are examples of social exclusion. And when someone excludes you, malamang 'di ba, you probably feel bad, you even experience painful feelings, or may pain talaga, 'di ba? And social exclusion tells us that social relationships are threatened or damaged. And therefore, exclusion tells us there is a crisis by causing aversive feelings. So meron ka agad, I mean naturally, it is triggered in you. But have we ever asked, no, tayo ba yung nag-exclude or sila yung nag-exclude? And have we ever given a thought why are we being excluded? Because oftentimes when this happens, no, automatically yung mind mo sinasabi ayaw sa'yo. But is it the truth? Have you ever given a thought? Have you even stopped and given yourself a chance to really investigate talaga, to really get to know kung bakit? Ano ba talaga? Or meron tayong automatic conclusion in our mind. And the beautiful thing with exclusion, actually, if you look at it in another perspective, kasi in terms of science, in terms of medical, no, ina-exclude din naman yung mga tao. Kaya 'di ba ina-isolate? Ina-isolate para mag-heal, mag-recover. So technically they are excluding someone from the normal environment that they have in order for them to heal. So it is actually a positive thing. May positive eh. Merong kagandahan yung exclusion, because you need to exclude yourself in order for you to get the treatment, the healing that you want. So merong ganon. So the question is, nasaan ang gagaling na when you talk about exclusion, it's always negative. But in fact, there is as well a positive side to exclusion. And this is actually from UNESCO. Okay, I'll be reading this. The strength of social exclusion framework is its emphasis of linkages between well-being and broader conditions and factors that affect different dimensions of that well-being. So, in short, if your well-being is already affected, there is that um, the strength of social exclusion comes in, because social exclusion is as well a means of protection. Di ba? Ang ganda, di ba? Social exclusion is as well a means of protection. And oftentimes, di ba, pag sinasabi natin, social exclusion, if we heard exclusion, automatic, walang inclusion. Ayan, o di ba, parang either or eh. But in reality, if you look at groups, no, if you are in a group setting, pag tingin na may mga communities, di ba, why is there times na pag mag-join ka ng community, hindi. It doesn't match with you. 'Di ba? But a community is actually already an inclusion, is already an social inclusion. But there are processes as well, there are people na na-exclude pa rin sa community. So paano nangyayari 'yon, 'di ba? So when you talk about social exclusion, there is still an aspect of inclusion doon sa iba. It's just to happen, pag ikaw yung exclude, if you are the one that, alam mo yun, doesn't belong to the group, you are the one that you feel excluded ka. And automatically, we judge that group as having no inclusivity or wala silang social inclusion, where in fact, there is a social inclusion. It's just so happen, hindi ka kasi included. Aray, masakit pa. But truth hurts, di ba? Hindi ka lang kasi included, but it doesn't mean that that group has no inclusion. And when you talk about kasi social inclusion, it is a process of improving the terms on which individuals and group take on, take part in society, which means this includes improving the ability, the opportunity, the dignity of those who are in the group, who are in that community. And that is because it is the basis of their identity. Now, here's the thing. Yung pinupuntahan mo kasing community, is it aligned? Is it aligned to your values? Or nandoon ka sa community, the values of the community, example, the values of the community is transparency, but you are someone who doesn't want to work in transparency, then of course, naturally, you will become excluded. Iba ka kasi. Iba ka kasi. Okay? Iba ka. If the if the values of the group is honesty and you cannot become honest, then how can you become included in that community? And the question is kasi dito, are you even aware of your own values before you join a community, before you join a group, before you create a relationship? Are you even aware of your own values? The people that you reach out, the people that you want to be friends with, are they even aligned with your values? So it's one thing to know your values. It's another thing to look into the alignment of your values with whatever group that you are joining in. And here's the thing, ito kasi yung power of exclusion. If you are someone that is, especially if you are someone who is into healing, sabi nga dito ni Coach Lynn, para malimit ang exposure at hindi ka na makahawa. Ini-exclude ka in terms of medical, di ba? Ito yung pinakamaganda kasing example of the benefit of social exclusion. It's because of the healing process. Let's say you are healing, nandoon ka sa community, nandoon ka sa space of healing, and pinaglalaban mo social inclusion, example, because you are just not educated enough and you really don't know what it means, di ba? Tapos merong ding iba, I'm not saying it's you, pwedeng si Day, no, na inclusion movement, but they really don't know what it means, di ba? If you're someone who needs healing and lahat ng pinapasok mo sa space mo are the ones that is causing you the harm, 'di ba? Good luck. So ano yung goal mo in the first place? Then technically you are not reaching your goal. Hindi mo siya maa-achieve. If you are fighting for a space of honesty, a space where people can freely express themselves without judgment, and then you just include, you just allow other people to come in na mahilig sa chismis, di ba? That fosters gossip, that doesn't value transparency, that doesn't value honesty, then how will you be able to grow your group? Di ba? In terms of goal, vision, if you're even your group, pag group setting siya, vision, mission, does it align to the vision, mission of the group? And you as a person individually, when you allow someone in your space, tinitingnan mo ba yun? Is it aligned with your goal? Is it aligned with your values? Or you just allow other people in? Because you are afraid na sabihin masama ka. Because you are afraid na sabihin nagre-reject ka. But in all honesty, have you ever given a thought about it? What it is doing to you? What inclusion yung in-include mo na lang palagi sa space mo, have you given about it, or you just keep on tolerating it, and then you blame other people. You blame other people na ganyan yung buhay mo. But in reality, it is in the first place because you have allowed it. Yeah, sabi ni Coach Tin, may advantage din ang exclusivity. Yes, precisely. The second point here is you can use exclusion for safety. Protection nga siya, di ba? You use exclusion, the power of exclusion comes especially in terms of your mental health and your emotional well-being. And Master Coach A, di ba, if you are actually a real, totoong true blue mental advocate, and you are a true blue um, person who has the heart for mental health and mental fitness, you will understand the power of exclusion and hindi ka puro inclusion because you have to protect your mental space because you have to heal and you know that you have to do everything to protect your mental sanity because pag bumagsak yang sanity mo, nawala yang mental health mo, you will not be able to take care of the people around you and you will not be able to live a fruitful life and you will not be able to have a successful life. You will not be able to go for the movement that you want. Walang mangyayari sa'yo. That is the power of exclusion. You cannot include in a group a person who fights for mental health and a person who destroys mental health. It will not happen. It cannot happen, especially if you're someone who is healing from mental conditions. You cannot include in your group someone who will cause the detriment of your mental health. Kaya may power sa exclusion. You have to exclude it, but then again, it doesn't mean wala kang inclusion. Yes, you have, because you will include people who will nurture your mental health, who will give importance to your mental health, who will assist you in your healing process. So it is not true that if you do exclusion, walang inclusion. Meron. It just so happen it's a distortion in our thinking. Diba? Think about it now. And the next beautiful thing about the power of exclusion is that you get to develop loyalty, integrity, dignity. Because if you just include anyone inside your circle, people cannot become loyal. Cannot People cannot foster their integrity, their dignity as a person. If you just include kahit sino-sino na lang. Alam mo yung parang, okay, alam mo that feeling that you live in a kingdom, that you live in a beautiful space, and then you just allow other people to walk in and throw literal trashes in your space, in that beautiful space. So ano kaya magiging itsura? So of course, you want to be able to invite people, to include people who will value the space, who will take care of the space, who will even allow the space to blossom and become more beautiful. Diba? Sabi ni Coach Lady Jen, thank you, Coach Candee, for this topic. I was able to understand the positive side of exclusion. Yes. And if you are someone who really values your well-being, your mental health, you will use the power of exclusion. But then again, I have to be clear, exclusion is different from isolation. It is very different. Isolate is you isolate yourself to all people, even the people that can help you, the people that nurtures you. Exclusion is nagtatanggal ka ng tao, naglilinis ka, you are cleaning up your space, you are excluding people who will not nurture you, who will not help you achieve your goals, who are not aligned with your values. So when you talk about the power of exclusion, this is very intentional on you looking at yourself first. What do you need? What do you need? And looking at people around you and allowing people yung makakatulong sa'yo to be in your space. And this is actually not being selfish. This is you taking care of yourself. This is you putting your well-being on top first. It doesn't mean if you exclude other people, masama ka. It doesn't mean that way. It just so happens, hindi aligned. Hindi aligned yung pinaglalaban mo sa buhay, sa gusto niya sa buhay. Your core values are not aligned. But it doesn't mean you are mean, you are judgmental. Kasi totoo naman ni-reject mo naman talaga yung tao. But it's not actually the person, but you are rejecting the thoughts of the other person, the way the other person sees things. The way other people pwede no that they treat other people, it doesn't align with you, who you are. So hindi pwedeng nasa space mo. Um, it's as if it's a clean water and you put a yun talaga nasa science siya, di ba? It's as if you have a clean water, meron kang gustong napakaganda. And then you put a drop of either anything, either bacteria yan or anything. Kaya eventually, di ba, ang bacteria kumakalat siya. It infects the space, that water. So kahit gaano kaganda yung meron ka, no matter how beautiful you have, no matter what beautiful thing you have, no matter how powerful that movement that you want to create, if you include the wrong people in your space, meaning ng wrong, they are not aligned with your values, they are not aligned with what you are fighting for, then technically, no matter how beautiful it is, you will not be able to use it, and the people around your space can become contaminated as well. That's why you have to secure what is your portion. Ano ba yung portion mo? Ano ba yung pinaglalaban mo? Who are the people you are surrounding yourself with? And how are you protecting your mental and emotional space? That is the power of exclusion. When you exclude someone, you are already as well creating a space for someone to be included who is more aligned with your values, who is more aligned with what you are fighting for in life, and who is aligned and who will actually give value to what you are providing, who can appreciate you and who can understand you, who can care for you, and who can love you. In the power of exclusion, there is also inclusion. You exclude anyone that is not aligned with your values as a person, that is detrimental for your health, and you include people who can nurture you, who can allow you to realize your greatest potential, and who can support you and who can move you forward, drive you forward to your movement, to your mission in life. So that's really the power of exclusion, and that's what I wanted to share with you. Na-share ko naman. That's what I really want to share with you. It's time for us to think differently. It's time for us to go beyond the distortions that we have from on our mind based on the painful experiences that we had growing up. It's time to look at things in a new perspective. It's time to give yourself another chance to see life differently and to live life differently and more beautiful. So that's it, everyone. So thank you for joining me today and supporting the advancement of mental fitness because of the ongoing MECQ. The free talk on mental preparedness every Saturday at 4 p.m. is temporarily put on hold, but you can still connect with us with any of your coaching needs 24 by 7, and we will support in the best possible way. So if you're interested to become a professional service provider, like us, no, either as a life coach or a mental health coach, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to know more about the co-actively co-create life coach certification program by Master Coach A. So we are now accepting applications for mental health certification and internship program with limited slots. So make sure that you make your reservation with Coach Rezzhel. So join us back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for episode 64, Doing versus Being by Coach Sean De Hoya. So Decaf Coffee Republic is located inside Pioneer Center Compound, or widely known as PC. So we are just across Bayanihan Center in Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. And it is where I am presently located. Ayan. So before I end, nakita ko si I forgot how to pronounce your name, but I think it's KD, no? Si KD, I see you. Hello, hello. Thank you. So once again, this is Life Coach Candy Teng, mentally fit to serve in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom. See you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.